Hey guys, it's Hannah here, and today I'm here with my October makeup basket for you guys. We're going to be diving right into the products I am using for the month of October and just letting you know about them. And then I will recap at the start, usually mid-November, to let you know what I thought of them, if something I very much dislike, and we'll declutter and go from there. Let's start, as always, with primers. I can't put this primer down. This is the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. I love this primer. It's so good. I love it. I've been using this and then all over my face, and then just on my nose, I've been using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer Mattifying Primer underneath my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation to be getting a little bit more wear out of it. I will give you my full thoughts on this primer in, when I do my recap, but I do have thoughts on it. I'm also using, so that's what I'm using with the Hourglass foundation. When I'm using the other foundations in my makeup basket, I'm using the NYX Angel Veil Primer. So I'm going to use this up before I move on to this one. Then, of course, MK Optical Illusion Primer is still in here. So for foundation, as I said, I'm using the last of my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. This should be gone, hopefully, by the end of this week. And then I will be moving on to my Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, which is in Snow. I need Swan. I did just purchase some lightning drops, so I don't have too much of a colour difference, because you can still see a colour difference between my neck and my face when I wear this foundation at the moment. This is in my Finish 10 by New Year's project, so that is why it is now in my makeup basket. So I'll be focusing on this once I finish the Hourglass, which again should be done by the end of this week, I think. For concealer, we have the Benefit Blowing Brightening Concealer in number 1. This is my favourite under eye corrector. It is very comparable to the Bobbi Brown corrector in Extra Light Peach, but you get so much more product in it, so I love it. I love what it does to conceal the darkness under my eyes. And I've been using it with the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Oh my goodness, I love this. This is so good. It is beautiful under the eyes. I don't have to be as careful with it as I do with Shape Tape, which is good, because you can't access Shape Tape easily in Australia, and this is available at Mecca, and it's a million times more product in it. So I'm really liking this. I have the shade Swan, which is the lighter shade because I am so white. But I'm not actually that white, because I know this is too dark for a lot of people, but it's perfect for me. For powder, I'm basically carrying over the powders I had in last month. So we have the Too Faced Peach Perfect Translucent Mattifying Loose Setting Powder, infused with peach and sweet fig cream, to set my under eyes and then my nose, again with both of those foundations, and then setting the rest of my face with the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder to use this up, because I should hopefully be able to use the rest of this up by the end of the month. And then MAC Mineral Skin Finish Natural for the, I've used this to set the Peach Perfect Foundation fully. I haven't used the Cover FX. I wouldn't want to use the same setting technique that I do with the Hourglass, because the Hourglass is so emollient. So I need to set it with a damp beauty blender and the Cover FX powder, and then buff this over it. With the Peach Perfect, I would just dust the Cover FX or dust this. Again, this will probably be done by the end of the month. It's in my full face pressure pan, and hopefully I can move out 2 powders in my collection this month. That would be awesome. For cheek products, I'm going hard on this. I see the finish line, I'm going hard. Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in light to medium. Hopefully this shouldn't be around too much longer. I was meant to repress it, but I haven't had a chance yet, so I may just repress it at a later date. But am going to be working hard to get this out of my collection very soon. I may just go and repress it now and then throwing my butter bronzer while this is drying if need be, but I doubt it. This is my bronzer of choice. For blush, we have the Too Faced Love Flush Long Lasting 16-Hour Blush in Baby Love. This is a slightly more warm toned version of Tarte's Exposed, and the formula is a little bit easier to work with. It's a little bit more blendable, a little bit more buildable. I have it on today. I love it. It's also quite pigmented, so if you get a dark shade, I had Your Love Is King, which is like the dark purple, and you don't need much of that one at all. For cool tone blush, as I said in my September recap style, I usually have a cool tone blush and a warm tone blush. For cool tone, we have the MAC Nutcracker Sweet Peach Face Compact with the 22 Extra Dimension Skin Finish Highlighter and the At Dusk in Extra Dimension Blush. I love this compact so much. I use these two together if I'm wearing this cheek. So I have a different highlighter on today, but I love this. I've worn away most of the detailing on the blush, and then I kind of, as you can see, focus it just in this middle bit here on the highlighter. It is so high shine. It is beautiful. I love it. It does need to be buffed into the skin though. But it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. And then the highlighter I have on today, Anastasia Sugar Glow Kit. I have Marshmallow and Starburst mixed together on my cheeks, which is probably my go-to combination with this palette. It's just so beautiful. They're both gorgeous on their own, but mixed together, it just adds a little bit of warmth to Starburst, which is obviously pink. I do have Gumdrop in here if I do want a duochrome highlight thing. It's just so pretty. And then obviously I don't use Butterscotch as a face highlighter. It's the only one in this palette I don't use, which is pretty good to me. And I could use it on my eyes, but I don't have time for that. Brows. Let me get my brow product out. NYX Precision Brow Pencil, Anastasia Brow Wiz, both in taupe. And then I finally have my Benefit Gimme Brow back in my life. I've been using this is a Gimme Brow Plus. It's a new one after someone decided to put the old one as mascara and get fibers in their eyes. Don't ask me why someone was stupid enough to do that. Been using the Essence Make Me Brows and it's just not the same. This is just so good. I love it. And I'm so glad to have it back in my life. Simple. Eyeshadows. I currently have no eyeshadow palettes in my panning saga. Oh, I didn't mention my eye base in my September recap. Matte Painterly Paint Pot. Stila Grace Shimmer and Glow and Stila Peachy Sheen Glitter and Glow are the things currently in my makeup basket for eye bases because they're all in projects. Shadows. I have no shadows in my full face project pan at the moment, so I am playing with some palettes. First is the Colourpop Fame palette. This is a newer one to my collection. I picked up this and the Zodiac palette. This is the perfect everyday cool-ish neutral palette. If you take away these two rows, it's just a neutral palette. In all honesty, it's a neutral. These are the coolness. So you can get everyday neutral tone looks out of this and it's gorgeous. You don't have to deepen it up with some of the smoky shades, but I have played with them. The look I did, was it yesterday? No, Sunday. I used Delirium and Razzle in the crease. I defined, so like as a transition, blended together. I used Stardom a little bit more defined in the crease. I used Dazzle on the inner part of the lid and then Posh on the outer part of the lid. This has some really nice sparkle in it as well. It's beautiful. I love this palette. Extravaganza is one of those kind of pressed glittery shades that it's best to use your finger with because it's quite chunky. But it's really beautiful on the eye. It's like a peachy pinky sheen. It's a gorgeous highlighting shade. But yes, it's something that you need to be careful with. The next palette, which is what I have on my eyes today, is the Natasha Denona 5-pan palette in number 2. This is my only Natasha Denona palette, but it is beautiful. This shade here, Shell 64V, which means it's a velvet, is the most beautiful transition shade ever. Today I have Rosewood on my lid. Yeah, Rosewood on my lid, light coral on my inner corner, and then maroon under my lower lash line, or I do the same look but with lavender grey on my lid. Both look as beautiful. I love it. It's so easy and you can get a whole look out of that palette. And the final palette I have in here, because I haven't played with this one enough this year, is the Queen of Hearts, Coloured Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I only won this one once this month, because so far this month, but we're only halfway through the month, so it's okay. This is when you want some life to your look. So the other two palettes are perfect work palettes because I can just do something quite simple. This is a little bit harder to wear to work because the shimmers are so metallic. I did use your magic, what did I do? I did Air and Princess through the transition, and then the Stila shimmer in Grace with your Majesty over the top, and then Crown on the inner corner. And it was, because the Stila shimmer is a little bit cooler, blending something like your Majesty over the top was something different. It was beautiful. But I really like this palette. I love it. I don't use it enough. So I wanted to get some more use out of it this month. But it's not really a wear to work palette. So I have to be wearing makeup and not go to work, or I don't know, just deal with it because sometimes that's just what I do. Liners, I have the NYX Epic Ink liner in here still, though I have been working mostly on my pencil liners at the moment. So we have the Marc Jacobs Earthquake, which is my 1 month 1 sale Senshi. The Marc Jacobs Blacker, which is in my Finish 10 by New Year's, which I have to tight line today and then just a little bit run across the upper lash line. And then the, you can tell I really like Marc Jacobs eyeliners. This is the Marc Jacobs the Fine Liner Ultra Skinny Gel Eye Crayon in Blacker Berry, which is a really dark purpley colour, and it's designed specifically to tight line. I don't actually like it really much for tight lining. I really like it running it along my lower lash line and just getting almost tight lining my lower lash line. It's really nice. Mascaras, this will be the last month these are in. Tarte Lights Camera Lashes and Stila Huge Extreme Lash. Lip liners, still got MAC Dervish and Huda Muse. If you want to hear my thoughts on those, check out the Sephora September recap. And then lips, I'm just focusing on my project lipsticks this month. So I have 2 lipsticks in projects and 2 lip glosses in projects. One of the lip glosses is in my other purse. But Charlotte Tilbury Beach Perfect, which has been in a project since the start of the year. It's what's on my lips at the moment. Marc Jacobs Role Play, which is in my 10 by New Year's, and Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine in Naked, which is in my 10 by New Year's. So I'm focusing on those lip products. That is it for my October makeup basket. Do let me know if you want any in-depth reviews or information on the products in the comments down below. As I said in my September recap, do let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. I'm getting a little bit content ready for trying to get some more content coming out, because I've only got 2 more weeks of uni. So I'm going to have some more time on my hands, hopefully, to be filming some more for you guys. So let me know what you guys want to see in the comments, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Click subscribe to stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.